What is going on, homies and homettes? Welcome back to the channel, and thanks for tuning in to another video. Today we're actually going to be starting a new series. This one won't be all that frequent, but it certainly is a new series nonetheless. This is going to be the Does It Rally series, where we're actually going to review each eligible rally vehicle, through the EMRA series that is. And well, this one's starting it off and it might not be that vehicle. But anyways, today is going to be the Comet Safari. And yeah, this thing is a beast. We have already customized it out because I was an idiot and I was like, hey, let's do a Does It Drift on this thing. Why would you not know this is a four-wheel drive car, obviously? And so yes, it is a four-wheel drive car. Yes, it is a rally car. And yes, as you can see, there is a lot of customizations to this car. So I'm going to swing back to the last episode, the customization portion of it anyways. And you're going to hear me hinting towards a lot of like nonsense because technically I was filming a Does It Drift episode, but I knew it wasn't going to drift, so I was building a rally car. And needless to say, this is the car we built for the Does It Drift episode, and I knew that it just wasn't going to fly well when I went to edit it. So I'm coming back, I'm redoing it for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy this layout much, much better. So enjoy the edit, guys, and we'll catch up with you in just a minute. So obviously when I seen this thing release, I was like, oh, heck yeah, we're going to have to do a Does It Drift series on this thing. We're going to have to do it because the Comet Retro is a beast. It's one of the best drift cars in the game, in all honesty. Look at how big the wheels are. It's ridiculous. It's a rally racer for you. Armor, no, not going to do it. But yes, I suggest doing armor and, well, for rally racing. I should really go into a Does It Rally, you know, and start reviewing these cars for rally as we move into the series. All right, so everything is extremely expensive, an all-wheel drive car, so the likelihood of us even being able to give it a grade is going to be next to nothing. But we're still going to look at all these customizations and see what we have to deal with in here. Going up on that, you got to do it. Of course, I'm going to mess with this car and leave it in my garage either way, so it's not like I'm completely wasting my money. This might even be added into the series next season after we do the testing on it and see what it's all about. But again, just really, really expensive, and I don't have the money to waste on stuff like that, so I'm not going to do that. Mud flaps. Actually, the mud flaps are pretty cheap. Oh my goodness. I'm going to do the mud flaps on it. 900 bucks. I can't go wrong there. That's a pretty cool addition too, if you ask me. Headlight cover. I think I'm just going to go with them light covers. My bad, guys. I was in the comment section. For a few minutes there. That's my life right there, that dang comment. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. I like the utility hood. Just for the thumbnail's sake, I'm going to throw that on there. It cost me $12.5, but come on now. No point in spending money on that, is there? That is so awesome. In all honesty, that is really, really cool. I might roll that. You know what? If I'm going to take a Porsche off-road, it's going to be rusty. She's going to be ugly. And there she is. I'm going to go with that gray. Secondary, we're going to go with that matte gray as well. Just making it look real beat and weathered, you know? Oh, wow. So you can actually throw, like, roof racks up there. Oh, the big issue that I always have with the spare wheel is it rarely ever changes it with the wheel that you switch it to. So it's always that wheel, you know, say it's like you change the color of it or anything. You know, that's pretty affordable and it looks pretty cool. It really does. Is it kind of like just protection from the side, I'm guessing, in case you got smashed into? Kind of protecting yourself a little bit. Exterior roll cage, but not a roll. It's just an exterior cage, I should say. I'm not going to waste my money because they look really expensive. Putting all that expensive stuff on there, unfortunately. Now, wheel type. Now, this is where it's going to get a little bit preferential. This thing isn't going to drive. It's not going to drift, guys. So I'm just going to throw some tuners on there either way, even though it's the stickier of the compounds out there. It looks like it needs it. It looks like it's got a 4-inch damn lift in there. We're going to put the dang Mickey Thompsons on there. We're going to put the truck tires on there. See, they fit it. I don't know why they fit this car. There's no suspension upgrade, so there's no lowering it. I was hoping I'd be able to lower it, but there is no way of lowering it. Alright, guys. Well, there is one way of lowering it. It's called stancing the car. Well, welcome back. And obviously, yes, this is the vehicle that we built. We had to kind of go crazy with it just because it allows you to go crazy. And that's not often, well, it's not that often in GTA that you can do anything super beyond the unordinary. We'll have the shovel and the axe on the hood, straight rally. We're ready to go camping overnight. We decided against the wheel in the back and whatnot. The cool thing is you could line up a whole rally race full of these things and nobody would have the same build as long as no one was trying to copy each other. So yes, guys, I'm also going to be including round number 2 for Xbox One for the EMRA Rally Racing series. This is the Blaine County Open. And And here we're taking the normal lap. Right there to the left is the Joker lap. Now, what are we going to be testing in this series? What are we looking for? Well, there's going to be 3 aspects of grading, of course, once again. Ah, yes. How could I forget? Cost, handling, and speed. So, yeah, we're going to go into that in just a second, what each is. But I do want to just kind of concentrate. I think I'm really going to concentrate on the second lap. We'll cut and edit this first one a little bit. Here we go. This is where it gets a little hairy. This is where you'll have a lot of crashes, as if you haven't already thought there'd be a lot of crashes. We're going to try to push it fast through this section, too. A little bit too fast. Oh, we missed our checkpoint. Too fast right there. Oh, and you can't recoup from that. That's what I mean, is you're going to have some crashes. It's a very tippy car. It may be because I put that thing on the top. That made me make it more tippy. I can't remember what I did with the suspension looking back now, since I did this yesterday, the build. Of course, I did also put the off-road wheels on it. Keep in mind, guys, this is not allowed in the EMRA Racing series. So, yeah, that's, I guess, half the reason the off-road wheels are on it. It's not really 2 specifications of EMRA Rally Racing. So, although this is kicking off the series, that's really all it is. It's kicking off the series for some fun for you guys. But really, more importantly, it just released, and I know a lot of people want to see the old Safari, being that the old Black Sheep channel moved into rally racing here. And of course, she is a beautiful car, isn't it? Well, maybe not the way that we chose to build it, but that's intentional. Pretty quick, we're going to take our Joker lap here. Oh, we threw it into the wall, too. Not acquainted too much with the Joker lap on this one. It's alright, though. One small, slight overcorrection. That was driver error there, but... really tippy, I will say that. Not really tippy, but just about as tippy as the Karuma. Oh, we saved it there. That was the last place we flipped over on the last lap, too. I'm definitely going to probably, if I keep this car and I don't sell it, I'm going to switch the build up quite a bit. Definitely going to take the rack off the top. Oh, don't do that. Oh, I did it. I'd take the rack off the top. Maybe I don't know. I like the roof and I like the color and the hood and all that. I think that's hilarious, but yeah, I don't know. Is it worth $1 million? We're going to talk about that in a second on the last lap. We're going for speed on this one. What am I talking for, right? This is that section again. Come on now. Oh, don't do it. Oh, I knew that was coming. But anyways, let's get into this thing. We got a lap to talk about this thing. And of course, this is a longer lap since this is the longest in the series at about 3.7, 3.8 miles, right around there. Anyways, guys, cost on this thing. Yeah, it's $1 million. And I think maybe we should revisit cost in the end, huh? Let's do controllability first. So we're really talking about like handling, tippiness, all that good stuff. On a scale of 1 to 10, well, what are the knockoffs that it's going to be that would take it away from a 10? Obviously, the tippiness. Now, again, we got that rack up there. I don't know if the rack is necessarily the best. And I'm sure you can throw in, if I didn't throw in the lower suspension, that would certainly help greatly. Now, those aside, this is the vehicle that we're dealing with. And I will say that, right as there, I almost flipped it, but I saved it. I'm getting used to saving it. I will say that the Kuruma probably flips a little bit easier than this thing, and this definitely comes in second behind the Kuruma, however, for the rally cars that I've been in. I think for all in all, though, the handling is pretty good. I do have the off-road tires, but granted, putting some tuner tires on there, aside from the look, it's going to be pretty dang similar, if not almost exactly the same in handling. So I'm going to give it a good solid 7.5. in handling. That's going to bring us into speed. Now, speed is the reason that you will not be seeing this in EMRA Rally Racing Season 1, simply because, well, one, we don't have the time to test it for Season 1, being we want to launch this thing soon, right after Christmas, New Year's time, right around that time. We don't have time to sit down and be editing and trying to figure out how to nerf this thing to get it in. And we were able to kind of nerf those ones to a pretty... I know they're not all perfect. There's a good, you know, differentiation, but with driver skill and the differentiation in tracks as well. But like I said, speed on this thing is the reason why it won't. I can already tell you just by... Yes, this is a full build, and this is as fast as it gets, but it leaves everything in the dirt behind. It really does. And I'm sure someone's going to comment below and say, hey, the Kuruma is still the fastest or something like that, because that right now is the consensus that the Kuruma is the fastest. I'd say if you line this thing and the Kuruma up fully maxed out, this thing has it beat. Now, I don't have that statistic to give that to you for sure, fact proof, but I would definitely say that this thing is right there contending. So for speed, when in considering asphalt, cement, you know, the hard surface, and then dirt as well, this thing is a beast. It really is a beast. It is a sports car. It's a rally car. But yeah, we're talking rallying here. It's a beast. I mean, I think I've seen 125 miles an hour. Now, I don't want to finish this race. So I double back on the track, and I'm just going to kind of stroll to the finish point now, and we're going to finish up this grading. But yeah, as I was saying, guys, with the speed, it is a beast in the rally sense. It is a beast in the rally sense just in general. I'm going to give it a 9 in speed. It's not a supercar, but it's a rally car, and it's a very fast, efficient rally car transitioning from asphalt onto dirt at very quick paces. That brings us into the final for cost. Now, cost is where it's going to take its hit. When it's all said and done, you're in that $1 million range. Plain and simple, it's not a cheap vehicle. It's still a pretty decent cost when you're taking into account that we have the LG Retro and the Drift Tampa in the lineup for EMRA Rally Racing Season 1. I mean, yeah, this thing's actually a lot cooler. I wish we could make it happen. I wish we had the time to test it. But hey, Season 2's right around the corner when it really comes down to it. And let's just make Season 1 worth the while, and we'll see what we can make happen in Season 2. So cost on it, I'm going to hit it a little bit on the cost, but like I said, this is still... It's tough to judge this thing in the EMRA standards for Season 1 just because it's not competing with the rest of the field. So these are going to be scoring a little bit higher than I think most of the people. But anyways, the cost, even though it is $1 million, what you're getting out of it with that customization factor and everything that you can put into this thing, I'm going to still give it a 9. So it's a 7.5, an 8.5, and a 9. So that's a 25 if my math is correct on that. 25 out of 30, that's pretty dang good. And like I said, I think you're going to be seeing this thing hold down that top position for a bit. But we are going to be moving in on this series with EMRA Rally Racing coming on up. It's time, guys, that we get into this. So appreciate all you guys tuning in, liking, comment, and subscribe, and sharing these videos. If you are sharing these videos, PS4 event's going to be coming up. You're going to be hearing some information coming up on that. As always, guys, I hope you all stay happy, stay positive, and we will definitely speak to you next time.